When we say African calendar, we are not talking about a single unified system of timekeeping. Africa is a continent of immense diversity, and so are its approaches to measuring time. However, many African calendars are rooted in nature, especially the cycle of the moon and the sun, and also the seasons. Hello and welcome back to Inner Glow podcast. I am your host, Celiwe. I am very blessed and humbled to be here today. Now, today we're diving into an incredible topic that takes us back to the roots of ancient African civilization, the African calendar. We'll also explore how it differs from the Western calendar most of us use today. Trust me, by the end of this episode, you will see time itself in a whole new way. Firstly, let's take the ancient Egyptians. For example, they used one of the world's earliest known calendars with 12 months of 30 days each and a 5-day festival period to make up the 365 days. This was closely tied to the flooding of the Nile, which marked the agricultural seasons. In other regions, such as the Horn of Africa, the Ethiopian calendar stands out. Did you know that Ethiopia is about 7 to 8 years behind the Gregorian calendar? Their years start in September, and they follow a system of 13 months. 12 months of 30 days and one shorter month of just 5 or 6 days. Other African cultures, like the Akan people of West Africa, structure their calendars around weeks of 6 days, while other Bantu-speaking groups use agricultural and lunar cycles to guide their timekeeping. Now, let's compare this to the Western or Gregorian calendar, which most of the world uses today. This calendar is solar-based, following the Earth's orbit around the Sun, and divides the year into 12 months of varying lengths. It was introduced by Pope Gregory in 1582, replacing the Julian calendar to correct a drift in the spring equinox. But here's the key difference. Western calendars prioritize precision in astronomical alignment, while many African calendars are deeply tied to cultural and spiritual practices. For example, the African calendar often incorporates lunar cycles, which are about 29.5 days, aligning with traditional rituals and festivals. Some African calendars don't view time as linear. Instead, they see it as cyclical, emphasizing the repetition of natural and spiritual cycles. You might wonder, why should we care about these differences? Well, the African calendar isn't just about time, it's about identity, spirituality, and connection to the earth. It reminds us that timekeeping isn't just a scientific endeavor, it's a cultural one. For instance, many African societies use their calendars to mark the key moments like planting seasons, harvest, and communal celebrations. These are deeply spiritual events that align with the rhythm of nature. In contrast, the Western calendar is more standardized and secular, which makes it great for global business, but sometimes removes the cultural and spiritual richness that traditional calendars preserve. So, what do we take away from this? The African calendar offers us a chance to reconnect with a more natural and spiritual way of viewing time. It challenges us to see beyond the ticking clock and recognize the cycle of life that surrounds us. If you are from Africa or have roots there, take a moment to explore the calendar your ancestors used. It might just give you a whole new appreciation for the rhythm of life. But that's it for today's episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments on the comment section, like this video, and do share your views. Also, you can share this episode with those you care about. How do you feel about the different times or the difference between the African and the Western calendar? Let me know below. I'm very interested. Otherwise, you guys, I love you and I will see you on the next one.